Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that do not know me, my name is AYAHUASCA and I help people level up practically and spiritually using tools such as personal development, empowerment, self-mastery, and law of attraction on my practical channel, Self-Mastery Mentor, and tools such as tarot, law of attraction, and personal development on my spiritual channel, Lux Goddess. So in today's video, I'm really just coming on here to give you guys a little bit more of like a personal update on myself, my life, where I'm at with the channels, and then just talk to you a little bit about like the dark side of YouTube and the stuff that nobody really talks about, the stuff that you have to deal with, you know, off of the camera and things like that. So I have my coffee here, and don't mind me if I'm drinking during it. But you guys probably noticed I haven't posted in a few weeks, and I probably won't be posting a little bit for a while. I'm at a weird place with the channels, in all honesty. One thing that I often deal with that a lot of people don't see when it comes to the channels is a lot of judgments from people around me, people I know, people I don't know, people I'm dating, people who are my friends. There's a lot of negativity that comes with having this channel from people I would never expect, people that I never thought would be judgmental or over it or critical over it. I feel like over the years, you know, I put a lot of time and energy and effort into creating these channels and into this one and my other one, Lux Goddess, and creating these channels to help people understand their energy, help people ascend, to understand law of attraction and the universal forms of energy on my other channel, really helping people dissect certain parts of themselves that maybe need a little bit of healing or altering in order to shift their energy, to put them in alignment with what they want. Really, this channel was made from me coming out of a state of depression that I was dealing with earlier in my 20s. And I wanted to help other people with this channel who are going through similar things, who are maybe experiencing difficulties without talking to anyone about it. Maybe they don't have the money or the means for a therapist, or they don't want to go that route. This channel is here to help people on that journey who need a friend or need advice or need assistance, but are kind of a little bit too afraid to ask for it or don't really know where to ask for that help. This, you know, what I do on this channel, what I teach on this channel, the books that I make on this channel, the worksheets, the products, everything that I make on this channel is to help other people really go through whatever it is that they are processing, good, bad, light, dark, beautiful, ugly, it doesn't matter. My 30-day law of attraction workbook that I made, that one is actually what I use to help myself get out of depression when I was in it. I give that book away now to certain people when I see there could be a need, or when I see it, maybe it'll enhance their life in one way or another. And you know, the other series of workbooks that I've made, again, are for another purpose, to help you guys. For example, my masculine and feminine identity workbook is to help you guys with understanding your own energies. So when you show up in relationships, and you show up in partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, dating relationships, you know how to kind of balance your energy a little bit more. Again, all of these are tools to help you. And as much as I have enjoyed over the years doing this, and you know, now it's almost going on 3 years for this channel, I've done over 600, I think it's 660 last time I checked, so probably around 700 videos edited, recorded, and published on both of my channels. And I think there's like 200 or 250 that you guys can view. The other ones that I didn't feel really resonated with me anymore, I turned those to private. So they are still in my Self-Mastery Mentor and Lux Goddess inventory to be seen at any time. I can put them public at any time. But just the time investment, the energy investment, the mental, emotional, and financial investment I've put into these channels over these 2.5, 3 years is, you know, huge. 700 videos, that's a lot of time. A lot of my videos are longer than 20 minutes, so I'm sure you guys can add that up. But, you know, as much as I love this and I love what I do and I love helping people, there is a dark side that does come with doing all of this and creating all of this. People often like to put you in a box. People like to, you know, say things about you, criticize your work, judge it just because they don't know it, judge it just because it's new, judge it because it's something they've never heard of before, judge it because it sounds mystical or it sounds different or it can't be proven in a book. There's a lot of judgments that go with what I'm doing. Really, what comes with this channel is I've lost a lot of friends. People who judge my work behind my back, in front of my face, in front of a group of people. I've had a lot of judgments made on me because I've made these channels, because I've, you know, taken the step to put myself out there and try to help other people in the way that, you know, mentors of mine helped me. And making this platform, making this investment, putting everything I have into these channels. I've had really close friends who were friends for many years. Very significant people in my life make fun of me, make fun of my work, and act as if it's insignificant. And that's been very tough. I've also had a lot of judgments made about my channels and my work through my professional career. A lot of people who make fun of it because, for example, the other channel, Lux Goddess, is all about tarot and reading energy and cards, and they don't understand it, so they make fun of it or they judge it. Or my moon release worksheets, you know, those being judged too because it's a horoscope, and again, people not understanding it. But just, you know, constant badgering of my work and of my channels as if it's irrelevant, as if it's insignificant, as if it doesn't matter. And then you get to the guy section when it comes to dating, and then you get those guys and their friends or people around them in their circle making fun of it because it's mystical or because it's a YouTube channel or because it's whatever it is, right? Everyone's got a different reason, but I noticed in a lot of my dating circumstances, guys or the people around the guys would make fun of it, make jokes about it, and it just left me feeling completely insignificant. It left me feeling completely insecure over my work, drained my motivation completely for what I'm doing and what I'm creating. I, you know, feel like between friends, work, and guys, and even sometimes family too, it's like there's not even a point in making this work anymore if it's never going to be valued, and there's not even a point in, you know, putting my time and energy out there for people to view all this content, constantly view it, and then not get any feedback. Like, there's not even comments much on the videos, which is really disappointing. In my perspective, people will email me here or there, or like, you know, when I'm in person, they'll tell me something significant that matched the video, but won't take the time to comment or won't take the time to, you know, reach out in whatever way. And it's just, I feel like I'm constantly turning my wheels. I'm constantly giving advice, giving free videos, giving free content, giving free workbooks, giving free worksheets, giving full moon release ceremonies, giving. And then a lot of times what I'm receiving is negativity, judgments, doubts, you know, belittling, degrading, devaluing. Like, it's just not really giving me a return for my investment in a lot of ways. And I don't know, for the last few weeks, I've just been really trying to consider. Okay guys, so this is actually the part of the video where I start crying, okay? I have never cried like this in a video of mine before. I have never been open about my emotions like this. In all honesty, I had no idea I was going to cry. This is the part where I literally tell you guys in the video that I'm done making content for this channel. I'm done recording videos. I'm done putting myself out there because I just felt like giving up on it. And honestly, this part of the video is when I was at one of my lowest lows. And, you know, no matter who it is that's creating content, no matter how big or small their channel is, their Instagram, their TikTok, whatever their platform is, nobody in this world is bulletproof. And there are so many people out there casting shade and judgments towards content creators and people who are trying to help others in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Everyone has their thing, everyone has their niche, and everyone's creativity and skills provide some sort of value in one way or another. For example, mine is law of attraction, mine's mentoring, mine is personal development. Some other people might have a cooking channel or a shopping channel or a fashion channel or, you know, how to fix it, DIY, whatever. Everyone's got their thing and everyone's content provides value in one way, shape, or form. But regardless of who the person is, regardless of how big their channel is, regardless, the shade, the judgments, all that can get to you. And the dark side of content creation is that you do have to deal with this. You oftentimes have to like reevaluate yourself, reevaluate your channel, reevaluate your purpose and your mission, and ask yourself, like, is this really serving me anymore? You know, I've put all this time, energy, and effort in, but is it making me happy? Is it giving me the return I'm expecting? Are people supporting me? Are people uplifting me with this channel, or are they tearing me down? Is this channel making me feel good, or is it becoming a stressor? And so having to look at your work and your content and your creation and check in, right? Like any other relationship, check in. Is this working out? Yes or no? Is this making me happy? Yes or no? Are other people, are outside influences getting in the way of what I'm making, what I'm creating, what I'm producing? Are they, you know, yes or no? If they are, then, you know, maybe that's a time to, first of all, look at what outside influences are affecting you, how they're affecting you, why they're affecting you, what's maybe being triggered about what's being affected, and then also reevaluating whether you still feel committed to yourself, committed to what you're creating, committed to what you're putting out there. And if maybe this is just like a passing emotion or like a divot, because all content creators do feel a divot, even just like business owners, entrepreneurs, anyone out there who's chasing some sort of goal or mission. There's going to be ebbs and flows, there's going to be highs and lows and little bumps where you feel like, damn, like, why am I even doing this? You know, like, why am I even doing this? That doubt is going to come in, that criticism is going to come in, all of that. Like, it's just a part of doing whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, whatever you're creating. And a couple ways that you guys can deal with that, first of all, is by talking it out. Like, I'm not saying you need to go out there and make a video about it. Like, I am not even going to show you guys the rest of the video. You got what you got, maybe a couple other clips, but that's it. And I'm using this video only for the sole purpose of you guys seeing, you know, the highs and lows that I experience as a creator. We all do. Like, we are all human at the end of the day, and there's only so much crap someone can take, period. So, you know, those check-ins do come with everybody, including myself, and they're important to have those check-ins. You know, the day after I recorded this video, I was out on my morning walk, and I really just got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know, who gives a crap about any of these people who have doubts and judgment? Because at the end of the day, anyone who's just doubting you, anyone who's criticizing you, anyone who's judging you is either uninformed, right? They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the subject. They don't know it. They just don't have the right information on it, or no information at all. Or B, they're just in a really negative place with themselves and judging themselves. Maybe it's what you're doing or what you're creating is triggering a place in that person's life where maybe they don't feel like they've lived up to their dreams, or they're they're a little bit judgmental of you because you have the will and the guts to go after what you want and go after what you're creating and building, and maybe they don't feel like they've done that for themselves. They haven't lived up to that yet for themselves, so they're judging you from that perspective. They can be judging you because they just, don't like what you're doing because someone else somewhere, some other place didn't like it or said something negative or whatever. Like, it has nothing to even do with you most of the time when you are being judged and criticized and put down and having negativity thrown at you. It really oftentimes has nothing to do with you or what you're creating and it not being good enough or it not being valued. But it can be tough. It can be tough when it happens, especially when it happens like a lot. The one thing you'll notice and see as a content creator is that there are going to be peaks where it's just so great and things are just really growing and people are enjoying it, and then there's going to be periods where people are judgmental and people are particular and picky and rude and just critical. But you're going to go through those peaks and those valleys. So I definitely hit a valley when it comes to my channels, just from the crap of people around me that were really just not supportive. And I guess my expectations were such that those people would be supportive. But again, that's another lesson for me as a person, as a human, as a content creator, as a mentor, that expectations are really just going to kind of get in your way and cause more disappointment than having no expectations. So when you just don't put somebody in a box, right? Don't make somebody more special than they are. Don't make somebody more significant than they are. Don't give their opinion such significance that it overweighs your own belief in yourself. Don't make anybody that important until they've deserved that spot and worked for that spot, regardless of who it is, friend, family member, dating, relationship, colleague, it doesn't matter. Don't give people more significance than what they deserve and what they earn. You are so powerful and so beautiful to just go after what you want. So whenever you do face judgments, just know it's that part of that journey and it's a part of the lesson to see how you're going to deal with it. If you can deal with these lessons in really good, positive ways, simply by not dealing with it, sometimes just not dealing with it is the best way you can deal with it, or dealing with it in silence. I'm a big believer now that when you deal with things in silence, a certain way of silence, not like a snooty level of silence, not a I'm gonna shun you because I want to shun you, but just having boundaries. The best lessons are often learned in silence. They're not learned from you snapping back or making a video, snapping back about certain comments or certain things. Sometimes the best lessons are learned when nothing is said at all, and people can learn lessons for themselves and their own time. And you have to understand that too. Anyone who is coming at you in any kind of a way, if it's your work, if it's your channels, if it's your content, whatever it is, people have to go through their own lessons and their own karma, and you can't really interfere with that. So kind of just let people catch up to their own lessons, let people catch up to their own karma, let people get to that point of realization with themselves that maybe something they said to you wasn't right, or maybe the judgment they cast wasn't correct and they just did it because they weren't in the best place. Allow people the space and the time to come to that conclusion on their own, and the energy will level itself out. Everything does balance. It always does. Everything always balances. So if you're ever feeling that, you know what I mean? If you're ever feeling that point of just like throwing the towel in and saying, screw it, like, this is your reminder to not let any of that get in the way and keep believing in yourself, regardless of anybody's opinion or anybody's beliefs. I am going to be taking some time off the channel though. With that being said, I might record here or there. They might be a little bit sporadic. I'm going to be building my businesses in quite a different way and putting a big focus on revamping a few things when it comes to my channels, my products and my services. You still can do one-on-one coaching with me if you would like. However, I am removing my bronze package, my silver package, and my gold. I may leave the bronze just so you guys can order the bundle of products, but the only coaching programs you guys will be able to do with me going forward is my platinum package and my luxe package. Those are my two biggest packages, but I'm only at the availability right now in my life to give you all or nothing. So if you guys do want coaching, it's gonna be all the way, none of the emailing or none of the even phone call one. You're gonna be doing the luxe or the platinum, and those are very in-depth. They will be having quite a bit of coaching calls, quite a bit of activities, quite a bit of things for us to go through and process, different ceremonies, different healings. So again, those are going to be the only programs that I'm going to be offering going forward for a while, as I do revamp the channels and allow myself some time to take a bit of a break. And I will pop up in a video here or there. So look out for that. Okay, you guys, look out for that. I may make a couple reels and post those, or shorts, YouTube shorts, and post those, and TikToks, post those. I still gotta get all that, but I'm gonna be putting together some courses over the next couple months, revamping my studio and really just kind of revamping my content, as well as hiring an assistant. So those are my big projects that I have going on, and with the timing of everything, I feel like this is the best time. I may still do my monthly videos for Lux Goddess. I have not decided. We will see when that time comes. But until then, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's probably not what you were expecting, a little different, a little bit of a sneak into my emotional side, which is something I try to keep very private and very intimate. But it is important as a learning lesson for you guys to see the highs, the lows of what we do really actually go through as content creators. I do want to say before I go, my two sponsors, Sunsama and Shilajit. Sunsama is an app that you can use to help integrate into your calendars, to put tasks and workflows that flows over from day to day. For anything you did not get done the day before will automatically get dragged into the next day. If you guys are busybodies and have a lot going on, this app is going to help you keep everything organized. And then if there's anything you didn't get done the day before, like I said, it will be pushed to the next day. So it'll already be having that task list going for you. Also, the next sponsor I want to talk to you guys about is Shilajit. Shilajit is a natural resin found in the Alti Mountains. It is a resin that's decomposed over many, many, many years that actually helps boost our energy, our stamina, our memory, our focus, all the things that we need to enhance our lives. I was just at a conference, and in the middle of this conference, I looked up something that the speaker was talking about. It had nothing to do with Shilajit. It was actually about the heart and the mind of the body, and essentially if your body was like an air conditioning unit, where the motor would be, where, you know, all this would be in relation to the body and the body's flow of electrical currents. So I came across this article, and in the article it talked about the product Shilajit, and Shilajit is the sponsor, and that is the only other time I've ever heard anyone talk about Shilajit, besides when Shilajit reached out to me for doing a sponsorship. And it was so significant because at the time of that, you know, when I saw the article, when I was in that conference, I was so dead tired. Like, I was dying, and my entire AC unit went out, my compressor, my motor, like everything. I had to replace the entire unit, and it was very symbolic of my life and how I just felt like dead tired. So it was kind of cool to see Shilajit in that article and how it actually enhances the electrical flow and the electrical current of the body. And it's a sponsor of mine, so I hope you guys have a chance to check that out. I really do think you will like that. If you guys are looking to really take your energy levels to the next level and ascend higher, that product will help you, and it really will last a long time. So if you do like it, it's gonna be around. It's not just something you go through quickly. Even if you use it every single day, you do not need a lot. So with that being said, you guys, check out that sponsor, and hopefully I'll see you guys very soon. in some new videos, but we don't know when that'll be. So, oh, if you guys do want to stay signed up for my monthly full moon release worksheets that are categorized to each zodiac and how it's affecting you, I do send that out every full moon. Go ahead and either drop your email below or send me an email, mentor@selfmasterymentor.com, of your email address, and I will add you to that contact list. I only send out emails pretty much once a month. I might do a little bit more, maybe not, probably not right now, maybe in the future, but I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.